Now let's get some of our sanctuary brothers. This is your time to report this before true Father. Okay, so these kind of opportunities don't come, especially for our members, brothers and sisters that are here in Pennsylvania. But let's get a couple. Let's get Lowell and Lisa. Come on out and give your testimony before Father. Let's have Lowell and Lisa. This is on the spot. They did no preparation. And let's also Bergie and Bruce. Come on out. You come out. You go next. Okay. Come on. Come on, Bergie and Bruce. Yeah, you're surprised. I know. Nobody knows. Come on. You can see. Get a mic to them. Boys, get a mic to them, okay? Let's get them a mic. Okay, you can go over there. You guys can go over there. They're surprised.
Hello, everybody. Well, this is a surprise, of course. My mind races through many things. When I look at this picture and from Mrs. Kang and getting to know her just a little bit by observing her, but knowing her a little bit about her life, and that as the first person that met Father after he completed the divine principle, from that moment on, she lived for one purpose only, and that was to attend God's calling to her. That's my understanding anyways. And she shared her testimony, and we know how many times Father asked her to do very, very difficult things that were so far beyond her comprehension. But she went out, as she shared many times, and when she got to the place Father sent her or asked her to go, she saw that God had prepared everything for her. And she survived. Even she thought maybe she would die. How can she live in those difficult circumstances? But she's testified how Father had prepared, and God had prepared everything for her. And so this has been her entire life since 1952, resonating with Father, and in one mind and one heart with Father. And then we contrast that with Mother, Han Mother. And the thoughts that I had yesterday was that for those years, so many of those years, Han Mother, lived a life being enamored of luxury, enamored of power, demanding people to bow to her. Father wasn't even like that. All the times he asked us to do difficult things, he said, I'm not asking you to do this for Reverend Moon. It's for God. He'd say, Barry, you could hardly hear his voice. He'd say, you do this for God. It's not for me. You all know that. You saw it every time. That was Father. And I thought, just a few moments ago, maybe God was giving me I don't know. I won't say too much about it, but I thought, Mother was kind of like Hollywood Han Mother. She lived in Tinseltown. She lived scripted. Whenever she went on her tours, she didn't give her word. She read the message Father prepared for her. But she was so proud of herself all the time, and thinking that we all, of course, we honored her. I know it was a difficult course in many ways, but like Hollywood, she was enamored of wealth, enamored of luxury. And what a contrast. Can you contrast that to Mrs. Kang living maybe week by week, not knowing what her future would be, but never wavering in her faith. So as we've heard from our elders already today, the word true mother, it now fits perfectly. That picture, we look at that picture, and we can feel secure that this is God's bride. Aju.
I've heard a lot of, well, thank you. Thanks for having us up here. It's an honor, and it's an honor. I just felt like a lot of times I would hear like, okay, I got to try to keep this together, okay? I never really felt like an orphan because I always had a father. And my father never left. And I'm just, just happy for Father. He never did anything thinking about himself. He never said anything in a public discourse that if he said anything about himself, it was always in reference to his relationship with God. And in recent years since Father's passed, I have never heard Mother utter one word out of her lips that said anything about God or the love of God or anything that had to do with her deep relationship and love for God. It was, I'm the begotten daughter. He was lucky to meet me, and I'm not going to get on that. But, you know, Mrs. Kang, all she talks about is Father, Father, and God, Father and God. That's my mom. You know, that's my mom. So, yeah, it's my birthday. Yeah, we were laughing in the car yesterday. I think the only begotten daughter is now the forever forgotten daughter.
That's right. Thank you, Lola and Lisa. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, thank you very much for being here. Sun Myung Moon, I will not say reverend or even pastor, but Sun Myung Moon is simply the return of Christ. Yes, Christ has returned in our time now, and he returned with the full blessing of Jesus Christ. This is really a good news. I know his message is difficult to accept or to digest, but it's like that. Accept it or leave it. Sun Myung Moon risked his life several times under various governments, both communist government and under the free nation countries like the United States of America. This was the price to pay for carrying and sharing the message of the divine principle. Well, for some, his content can disturb us if we are not looking. If we are not looking for an inner truth, our eternal relationship with God. For others, the divine principle content can give us answers to our questions, both questions, old ones and new ones. Unfortunately, today, many people have stopped to ask questions because we have no longer time for these questions. Also, we may have lost hope to receive a proper answer to our question. In essence, the content of divine principle, it's a message. It's a strong light. It's a big light that is needed for the salvation of mankind, that brings the realization of stable families in this dark world. While on earth, Sun Myung Moon officially affirmed that his youngest son, Yunjin Shun Moon, is his heir, representative, and successor. Again, thank you for being here and take up all the good work. Adieu and Amen.